Greetings, everyone. So tonight I want to talk about not engaging with a narcissist. Or really, as far as that goes, not engaging with a toxic person. A person who wants to argue, who wants to start trouble, wants to turn people against each other, who wants to get you fired, who wants to cut off your child support, whatever it is. If there's any opportunity that you can choose to not engage, that's your best option. The other option would be low contact. Just only engage with them, this person, as little as possible. Like, for example, if you and your ex-husband have children together and you have partial custody, or you have full custody and then he visits with them sometimes, the only time you ever want to have contact is when you take your children, or if it's something regarding the children. I guess there's phone apps now too that can help with that. So the thing about dealing with a narcissist is this is who they are. It's their character. I mean, they can fake going to anger management. They can cross all the T's and dot the I's, make everything look pretty on the outside, but they will never change. Never. And the more you subject yourself to being around a narcissist, it's detrimental to your health. It's detrimental to your mental health. Nothing good will come out of it. You'll be exhausted. You might be subjected to sleep deprivation. Your eating habits might change. And more than likely, you'll stop doing the things that used to give you joy. Let's say you really enjoy painting. When you're around the narcissist a lot, you won't paint. It could be that you're just too exhausted. It could be that your narcissist husband is discouraging you from painting, or telling you that you're no good at it, discouraging you, making you feel bad about your abilities and talents. How you can tell that you're around a person that's not good for you, whether we would call that person a toxic person or a narcissist, which clearly that goes together, is you're going to start losing yourself. You might be stressed the F out every time you get around this person. Maybe you have to see them at work every day. You don't have much of a choice unless you change your job, which you might just do. And you have to work with them. You're going to see them in the meeting on Monday morning. And as you're driving to work, your stomach is in knots. And your stomach hurts. You almost feel like you're going to Ralph. That's how upset you are. The only way that you can create the reality that you want, like I say, law of attraction, is to disengage. And really, I don't want to get too much into law of attraction here, because that's not fair to people who just want to hear about narcissism. But the best thing that you can do is disengage, not engage. That's it. There are really no decent answers with these kinds of people. They will suck you down a tube. Your life will it will deflate right in front of your eyes. You used to go to the gym twice a week religiously. Next thing you know, you're only going once a week, and then eventually you're just not going. Because there's always something more important that comes up when you're going to the gym. Or maybe one of your joys was going to musicals. You are in this theater. It's like a theater club where you get tickets at a real decent rate. And you and your friends used to always go to the musicals in the city you live in. The next thing you know, you're around the narcissist, whether they're your friend or romantic partner. You stop going to the musicals. Because whether it's intentional or not on the narcissist part, they want all of your attention. Every minute of the day. So they might not blatantly tell you to start putting your projects to the side or stop going to the gym. But what will happen is, because they require so much time and effort and so much of your energy, that you start to give up the things that you love. You used to love to go swimming once a week. You don't do that anymore. You used to call your mom quite often, and you're not doing that anymore because you're so darn tired. Or your abusive husband or wife is consuming every ounce of energy that you have. A lot of people want narcissists to heal and to get better. That's never going to happen. Listen to Dr. Ramani talk about it. She's the professional. I mean, it's, in a fairy tale land, in a perfect world, that would be good. That would be great. It's not going to happen. They've developed these habits and these neural pathways in their brain. These neural pathways are not changing because they benefit in their characteristics and behaviors, benefits their life, and they want it like that. Anyone who says they're going to get help for their narcissism, more than likely is not a real narcissist. Or maybe has just one or two narcissistic traits, which really, given all of us, probably have one or two. But, the more of these toxic, what do they call them, maladaptive behaviors? I don't know if that would be a maladaptive behavior, but it's behaviors that are ruthless, cruel, unkind, detrimental, destructive. That's what you get with a narcissist. So why would you want to be around it? Do not engage. Do not engage. And if there's any opportunity, whether you're at a workplace, whether you're at the grocery store, whether you're at the gas station, the local bar, a person's bad news, if it's possible, don't even talk to them. Or if you see them, you just nod your head. You don't have to hang out and have a conversation, because it's going to be all kinds of manipulation. They're going to suck you into something. Next thing you know, they borrowed $40 from you and you have no way to get home. It's always going to be trouble. It's always trouble. And the more, and I talk about this a lot, but the quieter ones, or the ones that appear nice on the outside, the covert, the coercive, those are the ones to really watch. And to be honest with you, when you're around them, you probably won't even know they're a narcissist. You don't begin to understand what you're dealing with in a coercive, covert narcissist unless you start writing things down and putting two and two together. because they are masters of manipulation. If it happens that you have a friend that, let's just say they're a covert narcissist, let's say you've been friends for about 6 months, and you notice when you're off on the weekend and you go to the park to walk your dog and how relaxed you feel because you're not talking to this covert narcissist friend, that's a sign to you that you want to disengage. Get away from them. Cut them off. Leave. They're never going to change. They're going to continue doing the things that they do, hurting people, lying about people, setting people up. A lot of them are involved in very criminal behaviors. They won't ever stop. It's just what they do. Let's just say you're a young person. Let's say you're 21, 22. And you make a friend that you met in college. And ever since before you met this friend, you had a lot of, like you had a handful of really good friends from high school that you'd known for a long time. You had let's say you're a male, a young male, 21 years old. You have a really amazing girlfriend. You love her to death. And since you made this new covert narcissist friend, everything in your life has gone to shit. Complete shit. You don't see your girlfriend very often. Your friend's always telling her, what are you doing with her? And the reason he's doing that is because he's jealous of your relationship. The friends that you had in high school that were very diehard good friends of yours, they're not around anymore because they don't like your new friend. And your new covert narcissist friend is making everything really uncomfortable anytime your good friends come around. Just how they like it. That's the isolation. Your grades are failing. You're freshman in college. You're not doing well in your classes. You've been going out drinking instead of putting your energy into studying. As I said, you don't see your girlfriend as much as you used to. You really miss her. Your covert narc friend is making it... He's adding to the fact that you're not seeing your girlfriend as much. What do you need her for? Let's go out and get some babes. You know what I mean? So your answer is just don't engage. If you're able to, drop them like a hot potato, man. And be careful, because you try to do that, they're going to follow you. They're not going to like it. They're not going to like it. I mean, it does depend on the situation. And I like what Dr. Ramani always says. She said, if there's any chance, let them cut off contact with you. Although, when the narcissist cuts you off, it's not no contact. Whereas if you cut them off, that's no contact. It's all about their ego. Just let them think they cut you off. It works out better for you. There's no other answers as far as what your life is going to be with the narcissist in your life versus what your life will be like without the narcissist. That's it. I mean, it's like say you knew that a person is always getting into trouble with the police. They're dabbling in drugs and alcohol. They're not doing, let's say you're in high school. They're not doing well in high school. They got all kinds of issues. what do you think your life is going to be like if you're hanging around them? They're going to drag you down because they need you to be where they are in order to feel okay with themselves or to feel better than you. And in fact, they have to feel better than you. That's the only way that they gain their own, what we would call self-esteem. But if it's a narcissist, it's like a narcissistic, I guess you would call it narcissistic supply. But like a healthy person, it's like a healthy self-esteem. Narcissists will never have that. They need to seek what we call self-esteem, or what's really narcissistic supply. They need to seek it from outside of themselves because they don't have it internally. It's not inside of them. So when you're around this toxic narcissist, everything around them will be chaotic. It will be dysfunctional. It will be stressful. I mean, it's very unhappy being around these people. And I know from personal experience. And there's an old saying, I forget exactly how it goes, but you would rather have just a few friends than, or one or two good friends than a lot of bad friends. Something like that. So, at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, how much do I love myself? And me, I'm not perfect. I always tell you guys, I am not perfect. I've got flaws. But honestly, would you rather be by yourself or just have a very few people that you can interact with and have a joyful life, or have one narcissist that makes your life a complete turmoil? They live off of it. They have to have it. It's like it's their fuel. You are their fuel. And if they don't have you to feed off of, they will find someone else. They will find another friend. They will find another romantic partner. They will find another business partner to scam and get their money. I mean, as somewhat healthy individuals, we should be happy that we're not like that. I mean, it's actually a pretty miserable existence, how they exist. So, I mean, there are very many ways to disengage. You have to just figure out how you are going to disengage from the narcissist. Because if you do not disengage, your life will be a living hell. You know, so I hope that this is helpful. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.